Welcome to another episode of Mojave River Valley News. This is our candidate series. And again, we're out here at the Hesperia Civic Park. What a beautiful night. We have some candidates tonight we're going to be talking about from the city of Victorville, from an assembly seat, from a school board seat, to a water board seat, to a college seat. And it'd be fun to see exactly what everybody's thinking here tonight. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. I have a candidate for you. I have Marshall Haprov here with us. He is running for the Hesperia Unified School District School Board. And we get a chance to talk with him and so you can share some of his comments on what he thinks. We'll be right back with you. Welcome back. I'm Eric Swanson. I'm here with Marshall Haprov. He is running for the Hesperia Unified School District School Board. So Marshall, tell the folks a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Eric. My name is Marshall Haprov. As Eric said, I am fortunate to be the parent of two very young children who are students in the Hesperia Unified School District. And my passion is everything that they are doing right now, everything that they are going through, everything that they are experiencing. I want to make sure that what they are going through and experiencing, just as I said, is absolutely what it needs to be.
So you're running for a seat in a multi-million dollars. It's the largest employer in the high desert and the 12th, I think, largest employer in San Bernardino County. How do you feel you fit with coming into a big organization like this?
I'm fortunate to have spent most of my life here in the high desert, and I understand this community. I love this community, but understanding this community really means understanding the people here. And coming into a seat like this and really into an organization like this means connecting and being able to communicate every need, every desire, but also to grasp what is happening in the organization. And if I can do that, I would be a success just on its surface. But really to be a part of that team is, well, that's really why I'm here, you know?
So one of the things that's affected schools, because I want to talk about safety in a second, but I want to touch on this real quick, is the pandemic is still, this is schools all across our country that this way. We still haven't got the ADA up to what we were pre-pandemic.
Right.
What do you feel we need to fill this? I know a lot of the staffers, all the things. What do you feel on this?
The pandemic was an interruption like no other. I don't think there's any denying that. And my family is fortunate in that my daughter started kindergarten just after classes came back onto campus. So we didn't experience the distance learning. But breaking away from that, I guess one might say comfort in the distance learning atmosphere, in being disconnected, and re-engaging people.
Going back to school, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
re-engaging one-on-one, the socialization is huge. I think that the more that we get closer to that socialization, and it's not completely happened yet, as you mentioned, we're not at that ADA level that we need to be, but the closer we get to that, the more that we will see that growth happen on campuses.
Let's talk about safety, because, it's on any elected office, a lot of people, I think, sometimes disconnect from this. And, like in our district, I know you well know this, is our number one job is student safety before even teaching.
Yes.
What do you feel we are in Hesperia?
I've heard from actually several parents just in the last few days, and I've listened to their concerns about our campus safety. I can't say for myself that we're doing poorly. I can't say for myself that we're doing great. What I do know is that we need to look at every single opportunity to enhance that security, to enhance that safety, whether that means eyeballing every fence line and every property line, whether that means putting tools in our educators' hands to be knowledgeable about what's happening on their campuses. However that shapes out, I still think that we could always do better. Because like you said, that's our number one job, and we need to be safer.
So one of the things parents have been talking about for many, many years is like opportunities that are outside of sometimes college is something is just extended education to me. That's the way I look at it.
Sure.
Is our CTE programs. It's CTE programs. Parents want these for their students. What do you feel we are with the CTE?
Well, as a parent, I want this for my students too, my kids. Again, just like I talked about with security, we can do better. I think we can. Where we are right now, I'm very fortunate that my kids are in this district. And I say that with passion and fervently, because any one of us parents could easily pull a student out, a child out, and put them somewhere else where we think is better. But I think where my kids are right now is where they need to be. And as long as we continue to grow in CTE, in workforce development, we can push them towards these careers that would really benefit them, would really make them successful outside of education and in the workforce.
Yeah. Let's talk about something that's been it's funny, it comes in waves with the media, because the media is always on something that's whatever the biggest thing talking about this week is.
Sure.
Is artificial intelligence, AI. What do you feel that either fits or doesn't fit in the education system?
Well, AI is scary. AI is scary to a lot of people. AI gives you the ability to plagiarize because of how it's built currently and how it's not regulated. We are fortunate in this area to have representatives who are working actively to move that forward so that we can believe that what that tool is something that our students can actually use, not something that is a convenience for them, right? We talk about the internet back in the 90s, and I was a student then, and that tool was great until it became, okay, this is kind of scary. We could be facing the same thing with AI. As long as we're looking at those things constantly, who could say no?
Right, exactly. You're going to be working along with 4 other board members, be 5 in total. One of the things you always got to think about, you got to be able to count to 3, but when you're using United, that's not as big a deal. And you're also working with the superintendent of schools. How do you feel you would fit with all this?
I'm a professional communicator, and I fit anywhere I go. I fit as a communicator. As long as we're communicating, we are going to get a job done. And that's what we need to do.
So take a few moments here and tell the folks, why should they vote for you?
I would ask for your vote because I'm a parent, because I believe in the future of our students, of our kids, of my kids. And with your vote and with your support, we can continue to move this district forward.
Marshall, thank you very much for sharing with us today.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you. We've had a chance to sit down with some great candidates tonight. It's interesting to see how what the candidates feel that what they need to be and where they're trying to aspire, and what they think the city council or the school board, for the water board, or whatever agency, even the trustees at the college, what everybody's thinking here. So, you know what? If you haven't had a chance, please subscribe, ring the bell, and give us a thumbs up, because we want to provide more of these candidate forums, these interviews, to get them out to the public, because how in the world do you find out who these folks are nowadays? It's very, very difficult. So, you know what? Stay tuned. We got more coming your way, more episodes of, no matter if it's candidates or all kinds of stuff from Mojave River Valley News. We'll see you next time.